So a little bit of urban exploring today. Just thought I'd just jump on the old Mr. Marvel site here in the North Bay at Scarborough. I've been joined by Ethan. Here he is. And we're just having a little wander up here. See what the chairlift stanchions at the top. So we know we're definitely there. But how far can we go into the old Mr. Marvel site? This is the question. Lovely day for it. Let's go and have a look. Just a bit of a clearing here. Not too sure if this was anything, but there's definitely some concrete that Ethan's found. A bit of a clearing. See the old fence as well. Careful not to trip. Another stanchion. It's all very, very eerie in here. Such a shame that this place is the way it is today. The old concrete paths as well. So yeah, definitely here, the start of the old Mr. Marvel site. Let's carry on. So a bit more walking just brings us out here to this area where you can definitely see some remnants of the old park. This is crazy actually, this is still here. No idea what this was, maybe some kind of car ride. I think over there was one of the old fiberglass mountains, sort of in the dinosaur area. But yeah, it's very, very clear now that we are right in the kind of the heart of what was Mr. Marvel's. So apparently Ethan's just said there's a pond down here. Oh my goodness. Yep. Definitely is. Old tyre. I wonder what on earth that was from. Yeah, some old pond. Looks like an old waterfall potentially down there at the back. Not looking too good now, is it? But yeah, it's amazing that this is all still here. Yep, definitely one of the old volcanoes I think used to be here. Not much left, but we can still see very clearly the concrete base. There's so much rubbish and litter here, it is disgusting really. Just the back of there is where you can see the open air theatre, I believe. That's the back of the open air theatre, so we're quite high at the minute. And then the distance, the Alpamare water park as well. So there are still some attractions here in the North Bay, but it's nothing like it was back in the 80s and 90s. Again, even more remains here. Ethan said it looks like maybe it was a dome or there was a fountain down here. Obviously this was the Marine Land and Zoo as well before Mr. Marvel's, so there are bits of that the history of the park here from those days, back in the 60s onwards. We're going to carry on climbing, let's see what's over here. So let's have a look. We managed to get down that hill. Whew, a bit of a challenge, especially with my challenges, shall we say. But let's just have a little look. I remember this when I was a kid. This chairlift was put in here, I think in the maybe late, very early 90s anyway. We'd never take it as a family. It was always quite expensive. So we'd just normally take the walk up from Beniston Road, but yeah, this was here. Lots of the cables still left, which is really, really interesting. I don't think we'll head down there, Ethan, because that is like a sheer drop down to Beniston Road. On the right hand side, or is it the left? I'm not too sure. The left is the old Water Splash World, or Atlantis, or Water Scene, which is the open air water park here. Again, these cables still here. Really impressive. What does this say? We never forget. Interesting. It's quite spooky, isn't it? Do you think, Ethan? It's a bit bit sinister, really. It's a bit scary. It's sad.
There's anything up there?
Maybe there is. It's just really sad to think, you know, thousands and thousands of people. This was a massive part of their childhood, their holidays to Scarborough, or indeed if you lived in Scarborough as well. So many memories. It's such a shame that this place was allowed to close like it did. Trying to decipher where it was this chairlift would bring you up to. Obviously it'd bring you up to the top, but then from here where would you go? Because there's a big mound there. There's obviously a wall on both sides here, so for me that looks as though this was the walkway. But yeah, very strange that now this just opens out onto this hill. So I've come up to this clearing now. I think this is all to do with the open air theatre. In fact, it definitely is to do with the open air theatre. An amazing venue this, if you've ever been. It actually sits on a lake, does the stage, but yeah, it's stunning. And I remember back in the late 80s and early 90s, this place was completely derelict, just like Mr Marvel's was, but there was a lot of money invested into this open air theatre to make it one of Yorkshire's premier venues. So yeah, this is the old entrance. If you were going to walk up the hill, this is the way you would arrive at Mr Marvel's, or Marvel's as it was called towards the end of its life. But yeah, I'm sure this is where there was the American streets. I might have got that completely wrong. But opening now onto where those volcanoes were that we looked at before. And then it was to the left here. I'm sure it's to the left where we had that Pinfari roller coaster, the Viper. So I'm not too sure that we're actually ever going to find out where the roller coaster was. I actually think potentially it was here. I think back to where we used to walk down as a family. It was definitely at this end of the park. It's really difficult to tell with all of the trees that have grown here. But me and Ethan were saying there's quite a lot of different bits of concrete. It looks as though there's something from potentially a queue line. So maybe it's not, but I'm going to say that this is where that roller coaster was. We're just about to head back down to the beach, and we just stumbled across this massive concrete area here. So now I'm thinking this is definitely where the roller coaster was. It looks like it's the right footprint. So maybe it was here after all, and we found it. What do you think, Ethan?
I think it's probably here.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. Well done. It's you that found it. Excellent. Right, I think we'll head back down to the beach. It's been amazing. Time to head back down, I think. We've probably seen nearly as much as we can. Oh, there's some more red tarp just down there. It's incredible, actually. I really didn't expect to see as much as we've seen just now. It's been a very, very long time since this park has been desolate. It is really sad to see it in this state, and you know, you would think by now that the council would have invested in this area, really. But as I said, it's great for nature, that is one thing. Lots of happy memories. Just really glad that me and Ethan could just spend half an hour or so having a wander around. Back down and just see the remnants there of the other cable car, the one that would take you from the hill, Mr Marvel's, or as it was, the Marine Land Zoo, down to the shore. Still some of the old cables there as well. I mean, it's going to be really difficult to remove these stanchions. But yeah, still there. So one attraction that is still going strong, it's the North Bay Railway, so it's amazing to see that is still going here in the North Bay of Scarborough. So Ethan, we made it. Mr Marvel's after all this time. What did you think?
It was good.
It was good. What was your favourite bit?
Probably the pond.
Yeah, the pond was really good, and then we went around the back of the pond, didn't we, and we saw where the old waterfall would be. Really good to see that. It's really sad as well because there are so many memories that especially me and my sister had when we were growing up. So much fun at Mr Marvel's and Kinderland across the way as well, and also Water Splash World. But it's just amazing that you can still just wander around.
There was this weird blue thing.
There was. Do you think that? I think that's somebody sleeping in the tree. Don't you think? Maybe it's Mr. Marvel. Mr. Marvel's still there. But yeah, it was good. So if you do fancy a bit of urban exploring, just be very, very careful up there. There's loads of glass, loads of litter, isn't it? It's a bit gross. But yeah, there is quite a bit to see. But just do take care. And from me and Ethan at Brave the Adventures, thank you for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe and join us in our next adventure.